Yo, welcome back to another review, Dungeon Masters review. I'm uh, kind of your host, so to speak, Dungeon Master. And so we're going to review Nightmare, some Friday the 13th, 3 and 4. Well, anywho, this, pop does the body good. Well, anywho, as I was saying, or about to say, for some part 3. To me, the movie part 3 was better than Jason part 2. And reason why I say that is because don't get me wrong though, but I watched all 4 of them last night, and they were like all pretty good. By far, I think the first one and third one was good. And the comparison from part 3 to rather than to part 1 is well, for starters, Jason actually has a hockey mask, and he doesn't have that stupid coveralls, and doesn't look all like inbred hillbilly freak with the baggie over his head. And there's no dog to kill. It's just all human hunting, as I like to call it. And so there's quite a few hits in the movie that it's kind of like for starters, when that kid that if you've seen the movie of the kid who plays the video game, like it right away in the beginning of the movie, that kid is played by none other than Corey Feldman. And the game that he was playing, I finally got the high score on that game. Yeah. After all these years, I finally actually got the high score on that game. And I only died like twice. So that's pretty good for me, man. Well, anywho, like I said in the Jason part 2, that he uses one of the weapons he uses is like a poker, like one of those jabby wood poker things, and he like gets it out of the fireplace and he stabs up that one chick. I thought that was pretty cool, but yet that's not the machete. I rather like seeing him with a machete, because that's what makes Jason. And as the guy who plays Jason, I'm pretty sure is Ted White, and he did a pretty good job as Jason. But like for me, for a dead guy, he moved pretty fast, and I'm kinda 50-50 on that. And so let's see, who's the other actor? Damn, I can't remember her name. the main actor, the like only survivor or whatnot. I can't right now. I can't think of her name, but part 3 was better than part 2 in many ways because well, for one, he has the mask, and 2, he does a lot more killing in this one, and 3, he looks a lot more pissed off in this one, and that was cool, and it was a lot more confrontations with Jason. And like some like at the end of the movie, I thought that was kind of funny because like in the first movie, lady in the lake, last survivor, she gets pulled out of the lake. She's in like a canoe thing. She gets pulled under by this spirit of the dead. But in the first one was Jason Voorhees. Well, in the third one, it was Jason Voorhees' mommy. But when she comes up, she has her head on. So unless it magically grew back, as I remember in the first one, she gets her head whacked off. And that's just, what imagination, like, well, anywho, the part 3, let's see, I'm going to have to give it, my honest opinion, I'm going to have to give it a 3.5. Because, like, well, he has his mask on, he's more pissed this time. He's doesn't have some overalls or coveralls or whatever alls you want to call him. He doesn't have anything that makes him look like a redneck inbred hillbilly with the baggie over his head. Okay, now that's pretty cool. And those of you that are watching this and say, oh gee, why is this guy giving him bad reviews? Well, let me just tell you one thing. It's my view, it's my review show, okay? And then, anywho, now before I move on to the Friday the 13th part 4, I just want to say this, is that one of my subscribers, B Decepticon, and you guys should check out his channel. Well, anywho, B Decepticon, he brought up an excellent point when he saw my review and left a comment. But like his take on the movie, and when I responded back to his comment, I responded back that I agree. The movie part 2 wasn't as good as part 1, and definitely will never be as good as part 3. Part 3 and part 1, I think, hell of a lot better than part 2. And it goes over part 1 and part 2, or part 1 and part 3 goes over, and I think they're all like part 1, part 3, and part 4. They're kind of like equally as good there. So I have no complaints about part 4. Well, anywho, moving on to part 4. And now in part 4, this is supposed to be the last of the Voorhees, last of the Friday the 13th movies ever. And they decided to go with, Jason's dead. Here's his body. Let's, take him to a morgue, do an autopsy, blah, 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 stuff like that. Well, how do you do an autopsy on a vengeful spirit? I want to know that. Well, anywho, in part 4, now this is where Corey Feldman comes in, and like I've actually seen Corey Feldman before. I'm just trying to think of what other things I saw him before he did Jason Part 4. Well, anywho, in Jason Part 4, when immediately after they show like Jason's body, Jason's all dead and gone and all that stuff. They show him in the downstairs, like in the living room area, playing like a video game. And I played that video game before. It's cool. You guys gotta play it. Yeah, I love old school games. I don't care what anybody else says, but old school, to me, some of the old school games still rule, still superior in any way than all the new school games, all the modern day games that are out there. Well, anywho, I think this kid was written in, supposed to be some kind of like a genius and whatnot. He like in his room he has like all these kind of masks that he makes himself, like movie props and whatnot. And the whole movie actually kind of revolves around him, and like it shows more and more at the end, and like so he doesn't really act on it until his mom dies, and his sister's like all like protecting him and all that stuff, and there's this one part, like more towards the end of the movie, that the little kid Tommy, I think his name is in the movie. He goes upstairs and he cuts off all his hair, and his sister's like all wild downstairs, like fending off Jason, and he struggle ensues, and somehow she gets a hold of the machete and whacks off his mask, showing his true face, like all bald and like disfigured and gray and all that stuff. And he comes downstairs like all bald head, and this little kid Tommy keeps on looking at him like a pissed off look, just telling him, "Do you remember? Remember me?" Stuff like that, trying to probably confuse Jason, like in the second one when that lady puts on Jason Voorhees' mom's sweater to confuse him that she's actually the mommy. Well, in part 4, he successfully confuses Jason that probably to him is probably like looking in the mirror, and and that and so I don't know who does it, but all of a sudden I just saw like his head being impaled by a machete, and like it slowly goes down, and I'm thinking that well, it's kind of weird. Well, for one, through the whole movie, all his people he kills is swift and brutal, but his is nice and slow. And the special features on part 4 is like awesome. Now, why couldn't special features be in the part 3 disc? I don't know, but in the disc of part 4 was awesome. So for the special features in the movie, and like since it's a 4-pack and like has all 4 movies together, I'll rate them all 4 as a whole, and I'll say within the whole I'll give that CD box set, whatever you want to call it, a perfect 10, because I was a long time fan of Jason. You know, like every time I see Friday the 13th merchandise, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta buy that. And if I don't have enough money the first day out, I'll try to scrounge up enough money. Look under couches, look in the parking lots around my apartments and all that stuff, try to find money. And I'll go out and buy a Jason Voorhees doll or whatever. Well, this been Dungeon Master saying, well, I don't know if I'm going to do these reviews anymore. I'll probably be focusing more on my like current project, my movie making, and every once in a while I will still do toy reviews. Well, this has been Dungeon Master saying, please, if you haven't, rate, subscribe, thumb up or thumb down, share, comment, you know, spread this video, get it out there, leave your comments below, and I'll be seeing you. Take care.